What's good, YouTube? I'm Quasar.
And I'm Nova.
And we're the Chronomalykings.
Alright, for this video, we're going to be discussing how much different this meta would change, again, if they'd hit Wavering Eyes or Guiding Ariadne.
Yeah, after the new adjusted list just came out, they hit Performapal Skullcrobat to 1, Performapal Monkey Board to 1,
Luster
Pendulum to 1, and then banned they got Ptolemios,
Damage
Juggler, and Plush Fire.
Yeah. So I feel like this list alone is causing some people to get really angry,
while others are actually really happy.
Those that
aren't playing Pepe.
Those that aren't don't have enough money to pay for the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the budget players. They're happy that that's no longer meta, but the people that aren't too thrilled. But we're just here to talk about if Wavering Eyes or Guiding had gotten hit.
Yeah, either to 1 or even 0.
How bad would it change the meta? It would change the meta a lot more, because I know Odd Eyes decks that are still somewhat competitive still would need the 3 of
Skullcrobat.
No, the 3 Wavering Eyes.
Well, yeah,
But anyway, we're talking about Wavering Eyes here. No, so Wavering Eyes though is just so good. If you don't know what it does, it's a quick play. It's destroy as many pendulum monsters in either player's pendulum zones as possible. So for the first, if you hit 1, it's inflict 500 damage to your opponent. 2, add 1, you get to inflict at 500, of course. Then you get to add
all of them stack, of course.
All of them stack. So whatever the effect is, the more
if you
get,
pop
you get
4, you get all 4
effects.
Which is what we're saying, right?
So if you pop 2, you get, of course, the first effect, plus you get to add a pendulum monster from deck to hand. Second time, or the third time, you get the first 2 effects, plus you get to banish 1 card on the field. 4th time, you get the first 3 effects, of course, and then you get to add another copy of Wavering Eyes from your deck to your hand. That's pretty busted. In most decks, you'll use it for, you usually set your skills, pop them both, you'll add a search, and usually if you have Guiding, you'll pop Guiding and get an extra search.
Or usually you can just set it if you know your opponent's about to set up
off
Pendulum Summon.
Yeah.
And then you just activate it before they can get their summon off. And then you get all those effects as well.
Yeah, so you get, it kind of makes you go plus and then go minus. It's like playing Twin Twister or MST with pluses.
Exactly. And also with Ariadne, if you had it in
your scale as well,
while you activated that, you then get to reveal your 3.
Card. Yeah, if you happen to have 2 scales, your opponent goes 2 and goes to Pendulum Summon, you chain, you get 4 effects. Your opponent goes -2, you go plus 3, at least 3. So it's kind of busted, and you get to banish a card. So if they have a monster or something on field, or a backer, you get to banish it. It's too busted. But now if Guiding had gotten hit, I feel like that wouldn't have mattered more or less. If it had gone to 1 or 2.
I think that also would have affected not only the price of the new Solemn Strike, though.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people like having Ariadne
plus 3
with the 3 copies of Strike, because Strike's at 3 right now. So what they do is just pop it, reveal all 3 copies.
That's an auto 1 to hand, and the opponent doesn't even get to choose. And then it's really overpowered because it's it's many times a turn you want. It's not once per turn, anything. It's when it's popped. So you can really pop it and then Pendulum Summon it, and then pop it again if you want to, and get more searches. But I feel at 3, with the things that got hit, it's still not as, it's abusable still with just the 3 Wavering Eyes alone. But Performapal Sorcerer was a good way to pop it in the Performapal deck. But with Skullcrobat and Monkey Board down to 2, the deck just slows down because it runs out of targets. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel all in all, it makes sense that Konami didn't touch those 2 cards. Because if Konami had touched them, then it doesn't really matter.
It would have shifted the meta a whole lot more. We know Monarchs are now going to be seen a lot more.
Because they're pretty... Yeah.
And also the Wing Raiders set's coming out soon, so we're going to be seeing the Raid Raptors, the Phantom Knights, the Super Quantums.
Yeah, we'll see them. So, anyway, guys, that's our that was what we thought about how they would react, how the meta would be if those two cards got hit. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.